What's up, bless everybody? How you doing? I'm your host, Jose Mejia, alongside my homeboy Cornelius Stillman.
That's right.
It's another day, man. Another glorious day.
Another glorious day we live in.
Another glorious day. Yeah.
Able to see another day.
See another day. Doing the second episode.
Second episode.
How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. I feel like I said last time, we gave birth, to the Glorious Podcast.
Amen.
And now, we starting to see our creation grow. Creation is I feel like it's crawling. We getting there. We're getting into our baby steps. So
yeah,
we're eventually going to get there. Like I said, we're still trying to reach out to the masses. Thank you for anyone that is tuning in as of right now. We actually on IG Live right now. This is our first actually live taping that we're doing.
Yep.
So we're actually doing a live taping today.
Yeah, this is the raw one, the raw material right here.
The raw material. Yeah, nothing edited, nothing cut out.
Tomorrow's gonna be the edited one. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be on YouTube, but that's gonna be tomorrow. But tonight, if you were able, you're lucky, to see the live, the raw material, man.
Right.
Yeah, I think we feel more confident today.
Definitely.
More confident than last time, man.
Definitely, yeah. I think we definitely there.
Yeah, thank you for the ones that subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Thank you for the ones that like the video on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for those that send us some, some words, some nice words.
Thank you for
thanks
your
for the
support.
Yeah, thanks for the support. And yeah, man, like we always say, so we live, man. We live from where, man?
We here in Marietta, Georgia. We're actually at our we call it the studio. So we at our studio.
Yeah.
We at our studio here in Marietta, Georgia. We're gonna start off our second episode. Again, this is Jose Mejia. I'm Cornelius Tillman, starting off the Glorious Podcast today. I'm the co-host. This is the host here. The man with the plan that put all this together. I wouldn't be here without, this man right here on my left hand side.
I wouldn't be here without you, man. Like, honestly, you push me, man. You push me to the limit, man.
That's what we're here for. We're here to push our brothers, and sisters as well, too, whatever it is that God, has sown his seed, inside of you, so we want to actually produce that fruit and actually let it come into fruition. So that's what we have here. This is Jose's seed that we sowed, and now it's came into fruition where we actually harvested from the fruit.
Yeah, so, like I'm gonna say this, like when you have a dream, just follow it. Don't let nobody tell you cannot do it.
Amen.
Like I said, this was a dream idea like a year ago.
Right.
So and God's timing is perfect. He knows his timing.
Amen.
It's no man's timing, it's God's timing. So he's in the right people, he's in the right time. And that's why we're here. Like I say, I needed somebody like Cornelius to push me, to the limit, to accomplish this. And
right.
Yeah, man. But you have a dream, just go for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say this: just put it in God's hands. You put it in God's hands. He's gonna take care of it.
Right.
He's gonna send the right people. He's gonna tell you the right time. Don't, like I said, go for it, but don't rush it. Don't rush it, because if you rush something, it's never anything comes out good, man. Nothing good comes out of that.
Can't rush the process.
Yeah. Gotta take his time, so be patient. So, okay, man, so
man, let's bring it in. Let's go ahead and get episode 2 being started, man. So go ahead and bring it in, Jose.
Episode 2. So gotta say, man. Gotta say the name. I love the name, man. I just love the name. I love the name. So you follow me, man. Okay. So welcome to
the Glorious
Podcast, man. We live from Marietta, Georgia. I was Vivas. Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. You have to show the love, man.
All right.
Oh my Lord, this guy. Where's the fire, man? Come on now.
We talking to our cameraman right now. We got Andres, on the cameras. He's the man behind the lens there, so he's the one who's controlling our camera work there. So
we're gonna give him a title, man. He's our producer today.
He's our producer today.
He's our producer. Yeah, you got a title now. Man. Eres a productor. Okay. Say something, man. Come on now. Don't be shy.
Thank you. That's all we get, right? That's all we get. Is a thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's good, man. At least he say something.
Right.
So okay, today's topic. We already said is why they take the church out of the school system, right? Why do they do they separate the church from the state?
So my topic on it is when I was going to grade school, I was saying it earlier, is that there was actually a time where we actually prayed, before we started class. And I think it was something that you touched on last time. You touched on it the other day where, you have a bunch of religions out there and a lot of people get offended.
Yep.
To where if we just representing Christianity, or if we're representing just the Bible or Jesus Christ, but you have people that are Muslim, you have people that are Catholic, you have people that believe in Buddha, all these other different religions, and they go home and they, tell their parents, hey, they were talking about Christianity today, or, this is not something I believe in, where it caused, I guess you could say, confusion to a worldly mind, I guess you could say, to where the parent actually come up there and probably be abrupt with the teachers, be abrupt with the whole school system, to where they were just like, eventually we want to just take this thing out. And that's what I believe. I believe that it was pretty much just a confusion. More to speak, as opposed to, really just trying to show and educate, kids, and actually have some type of discipline about something where, you're honoring something that you believe in.
Right.
We feel like, you have other religions out there, and I'm not trying to shun on anyone's religion, but I feel like our God is real.
Amen.
Our God is the truth.
He is, man. He is.
So
definitely.
if someone wants to publicize that and make that famous, I'm all for it. So I was mad about them taking that out, because I enjoyed prayer even back then. When I was a kid as well too. Like, I didn't know God like I know Him now, but still, I felt like it kind of disciplined me. It kind of kept me kind of sane, and then it kind of gave me some structure as far as knowing how to pray as well too. When they had that going on. To where it eventually, you'll continue doing it. And that's the way I feel about it. That's the way I feel about it as far as them taking it out. I don't know. What do you think, Jose? What is your opinion as far as why they took Christianity out of school?
First of all, I never had I never experienced that, the praying in school. I never had the chance to experience that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's something that probably, in my point of view, is something that I needed. So it maybe can help me have a better perspective of religion. Back in the days, like I said, I was an atheist. So probably that would help me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I never had a chance. But the thing, like you say also, there are a lot of religions out there. And I don't remember, I believe it was last year. No, I don't remember when it was, but here in Marietta, that they're trying to, I believe, it was a middle school. They're trying to bring the Christianity back into school.
Mm-hmm.
And some parents that were Muslim, they're opposed to it.
Mm.
Okay, so, and that's probably another reason why they don't want to bring it back, because there's a ton of religions out there. So they will, and I'm fine if they want to teach another religions, if they bring back Christianity to school, but they also want to bring another religion so other people don't feel offended.
Mm-hmm.
And also last year, I believe it was last year that they wanted to, here in middle school over here in Marietta, it was they tried to bring how was it? It was like a satanic something, where they, like a satanic club or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of debate on that. Some were in favor because it was like freedom of religion, I guess, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And some were against, I was like, how you gonna take Christianity out of school but trying to bring satanic club to the school? Like, what are you trying to do?
Wow.
I would look for it. I think it was last year. Well, actually, I don't remember. It was 17 or 16, but it was 16 or 17. I don't remember. And I was like really surprised, because people took it into consideration. You know what I'm saying? Like, people wanted to let's vote for it, or they thought about it. When I read it on what I saw it on Facebook, somebody posted. I went to their website, to the link on Facebook, and as soon as I read it, I was like, I was against it, man, because that doesn't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing is that they teaching evolution, but I don't want to teach creation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about it the other day, like, we supposedly came from the monkey.
Yeah.
You know, and we are, I was one of those kids that grew up believing in that. You know, because, but I never, like I said, never experienced that, the teaching of religion in school. So only experienced the evolution theory. You know, and all the time, that was like my, how can I say, my topic against religion. You know, like here he's a book saying that we came from the monkey.
Right.
Right, but then after starting into the gospel, I was like, I'm kind of against it because how they gonna teach something that makes no sense? You know, like when they put it like bring the biology book and also bring the Bible. You know, it teaches that God created man. You know, so you want me to believe that came from a monkey when the monkey's he's still a monkey. You know what I'm saying? And God said He created man on His own image. So we haven't evolved since He created us. You know, so that's what I'm kind of like. I want religion back in school.
Right.
So I wanted like I have my little girl and my little daughter, and I want her when she grows up. I think I want her like for the school, you know, to teach her. If they want to teach both, that's fine, but teach both. You know what I'm saying? You're only teaching one. So why don't teach both and let the kid when he grows up like choose, you know?
So I get what you're saying, and I think also too to kind of even go even a little bit further. That's kind of what I was saying as far as I think that's the reason why they took it out was that you had people or you had kids and you had parents that were probably coming in saying, you know what, you can't just do just one. You know, if you're gonna pray just one prayer, you got to pray all the prayers.
Yeah.
You know, to where they said, you know what, we can't do that because we still have a school we have to run. You know, we still have classes we have to teach, so we can't sit here and waste time probably to the teachers and the principal and, like I said, the administration of the school. We can't waste time as far as just praying. If we have to do all of them, we have to just go with one and just take it as that.
Right.
But since they had like I told you, that confusion, what I was saying is that now they're saying, okay, we got to pray to all of them. And they say, you know what, instead of praying for all of them, we're going to pray for none of them. And then that's where you have your lost kids. You know, that's why I said you don't have any type of structure anymore. And then, you know, I would say too, even further, and I would jump out on the leaf and say this is that, you know, I would say it's probably going to be some of the reason why we are going through some of the things we're going through today.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely,
because
man.
there's no type of direction.
There's no type of direction.
You know, and like you said, you have people that believe in evolution. You have people that are atheists, you know, to where they say, you know what, I don't have nothing to live for. You know, I don't have no one to pray to.
Right.
So then, what am I doing here?
But here's the thing, though. And I know this for a fact, because some of the kids that come here to the church, they're in high school. Andres is always in high school. And they have a homeroom.
Right.
That takes like 15 minutes, I believe. Right, Andres? How much? 15 minutes?
Yeah.
That's what it takes, homeroom, right? And I'm pretty sure every school has at least one Muslim teacher, let's say.
Okay.
Every school
has one Muslim teacher.
At least.
Okay.
At least. I don't think every school has a Christian teacher. I don't believe like all the teachers in every school here in the States are Christians.
Okay. Yeah.
So I believe that every school has a different like teachers that follow and believe in different religions. So why don't put those? My opinion. You know, that's my point of view. I don't know what you think, and I don't say it's gonna be easy, right? But why don't we put those teachers, you know, in charge of a homeroom and do the prayer, and the kids that believe in that religion that the teacher follows go to that homeroom and do the praying there. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to you? Nah, like I say, I don't say it's gonna be easy, right? But just, you know, everybody gets what they want. You know, at the same time.
I say this. You know what? I just thought about something when you were talking. Was that think about it as this. So when I'm speaking on my experience as far as with school, is that there were different types of histories you had to learn.
Yep.
Western civilization, you know, you had American history, you know, you had the Civil War, you had all these different types of histories, right? That you had to learn.
Right.
True or false in some of the histories that we were taught back in school, right? Well, the thing about it is that not even just as far as prayer, You know, as far as like I told you, when I went to school, we actually prayed. You know, before we actually started school. So in homeroom, as you would say, we would be in prayer, and then we would go to our first period class. But the thing about it is, what I was saying is that they teaching all these different types of histories, or even type of Englishes or literature. You know, you learn all of these type of things, whatever. But then think about it, you don't even have a class where you teach different types of religion.
And here's the funny thing, like you have a teacher for each different type of history.
Mm-hmm.
There's a different teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you go to different classrooms,
mm-hmm.
right? So let's say I'm taking history teaching, you're taking world history. I go to Mrs. I don't know, whatever his name is. You go to Mr. whatever his name is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we do the same with religion?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why don't we have that and send the kids that believe in certain religion go to certain teachers to certain homeroom, and the other kids go to another homeroom where they teach their own religion. You know what I'm saying? So we can, I guess, if we can do that with history, and we can do that with all the classes in high school. I'm not saying just history, because you have math, you have algebra, you have calculus, you have trigonometry, you have like tons of different mathematics and literature, language. You have different classes, you have different teachers.
Yep.
No, it's not just one teacher that teaches everything.
Yep.
You have different teachers, so why don't we do the same with religion, man?
You're right. And I would ask this, Jose, for you. What is a age that you would like for them to start doing that, to where they necessarily would understand, what's necessarily going on?
My point of view is, I would say start. I would say probably like around 5th grade.
So 5th grade.
Yeah, because before that, it's like he's only one
Actually, more than that. Yeah, it's about 12.
12?
Yeah, I think 11 to 12 in 5th grade, I believe. Yeah, something like that.
Well, I don't know how they.
Go ahead. So you saying so 5th grade? You say that's when you feel like they'd be competent enough to even have the knowledge of.
How old the kids are here when they go to 5th grade? Let me start with that, because I came back to the second and I went straight to 8th grade. So I don't know how they start, man.
You normally start off at 5, so you go to kindergarten at 5, and then you go to 1st grade, 6, and then you go on up. So you're like 10.
All right, and I would say like when you're probably around 10, probably like years old, no grade.
Mm-hmm.
Probably when I believe I would say 6th grade. 6th grade.
So 6th grade.
Yeah.
So middle school.
No, I believe is before middle school.
No, it's middle school. So 6th to 8th grade is middle school, and then 9th to 12th is high school.
It's 7 to 8 middle school.
Okay.
No, I don't know, man. I'm confused now.
I'm just letting you know, man. It's 6th to 8th grade.
Okay. Then I would say middle school then. Middle school, 6th to 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say 6th grade, man.
Okay.
Because before that, kids are kids.
Yeah.
They just wanna play. They don't wanna. And I believe when you come to middle school, you start like seeing the world with different perspective, with different eyes. So I believe middle school be like a good age.
Okay. So middle school.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
But that's in the school though. That's a school.
Right.
But as a parent, I believe since you I believe since your kid is I would say like he start like like comprehending something, like knowing.
Take your daughter for example. Take JoJo for example.
All right. Well, she's about to be 2, and she's still like I don't think she knows that much. She's a baby still. But I would say like at 3 years old, she's gonna start like realizing some things.
I think she realizes things now. I will say this, because the thing about the reason why I say that is
smart.
Because exactly she is. She's very smart, and the thing about it is I feel like she's a worshiper.
She's gonna be a worshiper.
Exactly. So she knows when that music comes on.
Yeah.
She knows when to necessarily worship.
That's right.
She knows when she has to get up there and start clapping her hands.
Yeah.
She knows. So she knows. And then the thing about it too is that we've seen her, and I've seen videos where she's actually opened up the Bible.
Oh yeah, she was reading the Bible the other day with her grandpa, my wife's father. He was like reading the Bible with her, and she actually wearing opened the Bible and she was acting like she was reading it,
Mm-hmm.
and she was acting like she was understanding everything.
I'm telling you,
that was amazing.
She's
man.
grasping. She is grasping. So I would agree. I would say teach your kids early.
Yeah.
Early as possible to me. I wouldn't belittle, or I wouldn't necessarily say just because we don't think they understand.
Yeah. Right.
What's going on at that time or whatever. Kids know. Kids know. She know. She may not have that full knowledge like
Like you and me.
as of right now, but she knows. I think she knows what church is. She knows, there's certain type of music that's going on as opposed to something else.
Right.
She knows about, when people are crying out, or she knows when someone is praying, because we seen her put her head down and,
And she prays for you, man.
Exactly.
She
puts her
you.
hands on her. So I believe she knows. So I feel like that's a great thing as far as letting her know who Jesus Christ is.
Yeah, the thing. Sorry, but the thing is, the first teachers is ourselves. The first teachers on our kids is us. The mom and dad. That's the first teacher. Now that I think that's, like you said, that's something that you have to do. Teach them early.
Yep.
Teach them early and let if a school is not like teaching them religion.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not your job, but it's your duty.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Christian, that's your duty to
Yep.
teach your kids to follow the right path.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, and I'm doing that with my daughter. And we're trying to my wife when she's praying, she tells her like to go pray with her, and she tries. She tries. She's still a baby, but she tries.
Right.
She tries, and like you said, I believe she's gonna be I don't know where she's going.
All right, it's not. Go ahead. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, man. Like I said, like you said, I believe she's gonna be a worshiper.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, funny thing, man. Funny thing
Tell
is,
me this funny thing, man. I'm ready to know.
Have you seen on Facebook this video of two drunk guys dancing? It's like two Mexicans. Like, no racist. I don't want to be racist, but it's two guys, man. Two Hispanic guys dancing, man.
Uh-huh.
They're drunk. But I feel like they think they're like doing their best moves,
What they sound like?
Look for it, man. I'm gonna look for it.
I think they sound like this.
Oh man, come on now. Okay. Let me look for it. Let me look for it. I'm gonna show it to you, man. I'm gonna show it to you. Okay, here you go.
So he's showing me two guys
Look.
that look drunk.
They're dancing. They swear they're doing their best moves, man.
Let me see if the people. We're gonna let the people
Yeah,
IG live see if they can see this. Hold on one second. We're gonna blow this thing up real quick and see if we're gonna let you guys see what we are talking about. So,
can you see it?
These are the two guys that he's talking about. Two Spanish guys, right?
You gotta be the racist, man.
Well, I mean, that's what you said. I'm going off what you said. So these are the two guys.
Two guys. I don't know where they're from. I don't want to stereotype people.
We don't know what they're doing.
They're dancing. They're dancing, man.
Right. Okay.
So yesterday, man, funny thing, right?
Okay.
They started worshiping before we left church. I think they were worshiping for the tithes and offerings. So Hermana Maya's daughter, little baby, what's her name? You know her name, right?
Yeah.
Sister Maya.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she comes to the front, not all the way to the front, but where the front roses are at. Michelle.
Yeah.
I don't know her name, but beautiful kid. Let me tell you that, she's a cutie, man.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes and starts dancing.
Yep.
Then comes my daughter and join her.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I saw them, I remember these guys. I was cracking up, man.
Wow, that's what you thought about the first thing? That's the first thing you thought about?
Bro, that's so funny, man.
That's the first thing you thought about. Was that? When you see two kids worshiping at church, this is the first thing you know.
No. Wait, I'm talking about their moves, man.
I'm messing with you.
I know you are. I'm talking about their moves, man. Their moves were hilarious, man. You should have seen it.
When was this?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Gotcha.
Hey, well, it worked.
Okay.
Yeah, I really wish I would have recorded it, but I didn't. But it was just funny, man.
Check that live right quick. I think we got some people that wants to chime in on this topic, Jose.
All right.
So again, call the number. It's in. Yeah, I pinned it to the IG live.
Yep.
So call that number, and if you want to chime in on the topic that we're talking about today, or anything that we are discussing as of right now, call up here. We want to hear your opinions on it. So while we wait, so you saying basically yesterday they got up.
Yeah.
Where she was dancing, so Michelle was dancing.
Yeah, she was dancing. She started dancing, like really slow. Then my daughter comes. I don't know how old is Michelle. How old is she?
I don't think she's even one yet. I don't know.
Really?
I think she may be. You know what? I think she just turned one. Remember, because we prayed for her.
Oh
yeah. She took her to the front. So she's like, I think she's 1 year old.
She's like 1 in probably a month.
Yeah, because she just started walking.
Yeah. So yeah, my daughter is about to turn 2. And but it was funny, man. It was funny. You was looking at them like dancing, like they know what they're doing. Both of them, even though Michelle is still a baby, is younger than my daughter, but she knew what she's doing. My daughter knew what they were doing, and it was the funniest thing, man. I should have recorded.
Yeah, so please go ahead and call. Call in. I think we have a caller now. Okay.
Okay, we have a caller right now. Let me put in the speaker. Hello?
Hello?
Oh,
all right.
He just hang up. He hang up.
Okay. Caller, whoever that was, please call back.
Yeah, please call us back.
You know what? Go back to it, Jose.
Should we call back the number?
Yeah, call back that number.
Okay, let me call the number back. There you go. Hello? Stay in ringing, okay. Knock, knock.
Hello?
Hello?
It's Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Jason, where you calling from?
Where am I calling from?
I said, where are you calling from?
Oh, my house.
Where'd you call?
Where's your house at? Is it in Georgia? You calling from Georgia, or you calling from Marietta?
Maybe Canada, man. We got friends in Canada.
Okay. So we got a guy named Jason on the line right now. He's calling from Marietta. So Jason, so we talking about a topic basically about why they take Jesus or Christianity out of the school system.
Yeah.
I don't know if are you on our IG live?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it that you want to discuss? What is it that you have for us?
I feel like, since I'm still in school, I'm still in high school, like y'all were talking about, they talk about religion in history class and all, and social studies and all this, but I feel like they talk about Christianity, but the schools don't live the Christianity.
Okay.
Elaborate
a little bit more on that.
So I feel like, they're just teaching us what's happened, or like what they kind of just teach us like, what it means, or what like kind of what it means, and then they just move on to a different religion and talk about what that's all about and what it means, where it came from and everything. And they just move on. They don't, they look at all these religions and they don't focus on the truth.
Okay. So let me ask you this, Jason. Do they read the Bible in school?
No.
Okay. So when they talk, what are they saying about as far as Christianity or religion, or however you want to put it?
They really mostly just talk about how they talk about the basics, as in what the cross means, who creator. You know, they talk about all that.
Jason.
All that.
Jason, let me ask you something. When they talk about who's the founder of Christianity, who they say is the founder?
They say it's Jesus. They say, Jesus died on the cross, and all that. But, like I said, I just think they don't live it, they don't live the Christianity. So we don't do none of, nothing about praying. We don't do nothing about, read the Bible. We don't do none of that.
I don't remember, like, this probably be new, but I don't remember in the school they teaching me that nothing about Jesus or anything like that. Like, I don't know, but maybe this new,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the school system is changing like every year probably. I don't know.
Jason, what school you go to?
I go to Osborne High School.
And is this the school that's educating you on Jesus Christ?
I'm not gonna say they educate me in Jesus Christ. They just kind of like pass. They just pass through it. Like they just say this is Christianity. Jesus is the founder. Christians are the followers of Christianity, and then just move on pretty much.
Okay. And what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore, 10th grade.
Okay. So all right.
I mean, I grew there a long time ago, so I don't know. This might be new, man.
Gotcha.
You probably graduated longer than me, man.
Yeah, I definitely did, man.
No, fair, man. Don't call you Joel. Don't call you Joel, man.
I did. But Jason, man, I appreciate your comments. I think I appreciate you.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
I don't know if y'all this, but like, whenever we talk about old years, we either say before Christ or after Christ. And something that and because of the fact that this world is changing so much, and like I was saying, Christianity is actually, leaving the schools. I don't know if they did it or not, but they were trying to change the fact to say before Christ or after Christ, and they wanted to put something like I don't know what it was, but it had to be like they wanted to change it to something that they have to do, with Christ and Jesus Christ.
So they're gonna take Christ out of all of it.
Yeah.
And make it into what?
They were gonna make it into another variation. I don't know what it was.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't get that part. They weren't trying to make it into what?
So basically, they're trying to take Christ out of it and make it into something else, into a whole other religion. That's what he's saying. So basically, still going along with the topic that we're talking about is that they taking Christ out of all of it. They taking Christ out of all of it and
okay, so
yeah. But Jason, again, man, I appreciate you calling and sharing that. We definitely appreciate you calling in. We got to take some more calls.
What's your
All right. Thanks, Jason.
All right. God bless.
All right. God bless. All right. So the phone lines are still open. We just had someone call. Actually, we're gonna call that number back. Someone was calling in while Jason was speaking, so we're gonna call them back and hear from them.
So that one died?
So 10th grade. So he in the 10th grade, they said that they're taking out Jesus Christ and making another religion.
Was it fun? I can pick it up.
Let me see
You
that.
have reached the voicemail.
It's like.
It's life. We life. Alright, what you got, man? So I guess Andre's gonna have to move on.
So they didn't answer the phone?
No, I think I don't know who it was, but Andres, I think we should move that over here. I think.
La corto y después la vuelvo a poner.
Bueno, no, el live pongo acá. Right, I think.
We're trying to hook up the live, so the live went out.
Yeah.
So
we ran out of battery.
We putting live back on. I mean, you just gonna walk in front of the camera like that?
No sé editar eso. No sé editar eso.
You got it, man. You got it.
Coming back with live.
Yeah, so we have two cameras in two different positions.
Mm-hmm.
So main camera is right there, so we're probably gonna be focused on that one.
I want the person to call back. So whoever was calling, please call back.
Call us back, please.
Please call back.
So I know you're watching. I know you're watching. There's no. I don't think you just call us around. You know, somebody that's watching.
But you want to know something? It's something I've been thinking about.
Tell me, man.
Was that if you look at it, if you look at things, let's just say history, because we want to say that Jesus Christ was the past, the present, and he's the future.
Yep.
Right.
Amen.
And we have history that was taught to us, right? And we weren't there, right? So if we're not there, why do we believe so much into what they're teaching us as far as in the history books? But we can test so many things in the Bible. We always ask questions about how this happened, how that miracle happened. But we don't ask about nothing about history or anything. Yeah. Anything that school system teaches us, because they always tell us, from what I've known, is that Christopher Columbus was the first one that found America, right?
But then he wasn't.
Exactly.
He wasn't.
So they teach us that he was the first one and everything too. But then the thing about it is that what proof do they have of that? Right. I never seen a picture of Christopher Columbus.
Me neither. You're Spain.
Nothing, right? But they always say that he was the first one.
Yep.
But we never contest none of it. We never contest it. We always just go with it and just, we trying to get that grade. Right? Yeah, we trying to get that grade, and we gonna believe it. And
but I think my Christian point of view,
mm-hmm.
I believe is just for those that don't know God, don't believe in God yet. Just as we believe in God, also believe in the devil. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We believe that the devil is real too.
The devil is real.
So, and like I said, just as we believe in that God is real. So, when we're in the school, we don't know.
We got a caller.
We got a caller
coming in.
All right. I'll continue with it.
Go ahead.
Hello? Yeah, who's this?
Hey, can you turn the background noise down? I think it's your TV. All right.
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Who's calling?
God bless.
God bless you.
God bless.
Yelly, where are you calling from?
I am currently located in Marietta, Georgia.
Okay, so we got another resident. Yeah, we got another resident to Marietta.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marietta.
Getting famous local, man.
So Yelly, so we're talking about the topic as far as Christianity or Jesus Christ is they're out of it's out of the school system now. Nobody in the school system is talking about Christ. No one's talking about God, our Savior. So we want to know what is we've been talking about it for a little while now. So what is it that you want to kind of say as in regards to the topic today?
So I am definitely very disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Very disappointed because there is absolutely no age for the enemy. What I mean by saying that is the enemy starts attacking and throwing his darts. You could be one, 2 years old. And you could be in pre-K, and a day and it sucks, you know. It sucks because there's so many kids out there that if only they knew about God, if only they, had that guidance, if we, in general, as a population, if we, incorporated that in our schools and pre-Ks and, daycares, things I feel would go much smoother. You know what I mean?
Right.
And nowadays, I hear 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 10-year-olds talking about committing suicide, taking their own lives. You know what I mean? What if they were in pre-K, 4 or 5 years old, and they were taught about God, about this amazing person, about this loving person, that if you pray to God, that He can hear you out and He'll be there for you in a sad moment, in a angry moment, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, they're not taking that in consideration, and that's why, we are suffering, and we're seeing this. We're seeing kids committing suicide, anxiety, depression, and it kills me. It hurts me because I just feel like so much could be done. You know what I mean? And it's just not being done at all whatsoever.
Yep, that's true.
I definitely agree on what you're saying, Yelly, and also too, I want to ask you this: is as far as when you were in school, did you ever go through, or did you ever witness anyone as far as a teacher or someone that is administrative of the school, not even preach, but just talk about Jesus Christ and talk about God, anything in like an biblical tense, while you were in school, from grade school all the way through high school?
To be very sincere with you guys, unfortunately, I did not. I am 24 years old, and I didn't. My teachers, unfortunately, back in the days, they didn't really incorporate any of that. We really weren't involved, or we really couldn't talk about that.
Yeah,
or
I think
much of it,
Yeah.
But it really sucks, you know what I mean?
They can get in trouble for like talking about religion.
Yeah, you know what? I thought about something, and I forgot the name of the movie. But do y'all remember the movie? I don't know if y'all witnessed or seen this movie, but me and my, me and my wife had seen this movie, where basically it was a school teacher. It was a female. She was a school teacher, and basically what happened was that she had brought up Christ in the classroom.
Okay.
Right? To where they actually took her to court. And she had to believe on faith to get out of the court because
I know he's
I think Yelly just said
that's not real, right? No, something like that.
Guys not dead.
Guys no day, right? Right, Yelly?
I don't know. Was it Freedom Riders?
No, it was Guys No Dead 2, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it the other day. I believe I watched it twice. It's a good movie.
It is. It's a great movie because at the end, she had an attorney that she was really banking on.
Yeah.
And then, eventually she ended up putting all her faith into Christ.
Yeah.
And that's what got her, pretty much got the court system to rule in her favor.
Yeah.
But I go to say that is that, we have to be bold. It only takes one bold one to get out there and necessarily go against the grain or go against the law, go against these policies that they set in place for us to be hushed. They want us to be silent about it, but if one person necessarily spoke up, you don't know how many more people that could follow you.
I can follow you,
as opposed to that.
Like I said, I believe there's a lot of Christian teachers out there that they probably feel the same way, like they want to talk about God, but they feel like you're gonna get in trouble if they do it.
Right.
And as soon as somebody comes out, they're gonna follow that person. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
I feel like only takes, like you say, it only takes one person.
That's it.
One person to lead the way.
I mean, look at it like this. Even now, me and Jose attend the same church, which is Living Waters here in Marietta, Georgia.
Okay. Amen.
And basically, if it wasn't for our pastor, to go against, from what he was believing in at the time when he was out being worldly, to where Christ called him with a purpose, and he became a pastor to where now You see our youth, you know, preaching, or you see the kids, you know, coming to church.
Yep.
You see, you know, everybody, you know, coming to church. But it took one calling from one person to necessarily bring all of us to where we're students.
Yeah.
Or, you know, or we are leaders, or we are ministers, we're worshipers, you know, to where we worship in Christ, you know. But if you look at it, it took just that one.
Just one person
to where we actually, you know,
way,
to where he leads us closer.
Yeah.
So it just takes that one teacher, you know, because that's where it starts off at. You know, if you want to sow your seeds, it starts off with that seed.
Yeah.
And our kids is that seed, you know, so we have to sow that seed into them to where they grow up and, you know, have answer to their calling, you know, instead of shying away from Christ, you know, because he has a calling for everybody.
Yep.
Anybody that believes him, he has a calling for.
Has a plan for
so,
everybody, man.
You know, I feel like the school's taking that out to where now, like I said, there's no direction. There's no correction either. Nope. You know, these kids are just out, you know, lost.
And the worst thing is, I don't even see this, but a lot of the shootings is happening in the school.
Yeah.
And when it was like 2 weeks ago, I believe there was a shooting in, I don't know where it was, like, but it was some school up north of the States, I don't remember the name, where two 15-year-olds died.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it happened like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and
wow.
And like,
very devastating.
Yeah, but you see it, all the mass shootings that happen here in the state, most of them are happening in the schools.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because the only two that I know, maybe there's more, or maybe, I don't know, there's no many, right? But one of the biggest one, it wasn't in school, it was actually in Vegas. It was in Vegas, and the other one was in Orlando.
Yep.
But besides those two, it has happened in the schools and also in colleges. Because there was a Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech, yep.
And today I saw on the news that they arrested a student from Virginia Tech again who was buying a lot of guns and ammo. So
wow.
Yeah, so I don't know what his plan was, but I don't know, man. Maybe nothing good.
Exactly.
But I believe we really need Christ in the school system.
Yeah.
We really do need it.
Amen.
I completely agree with you. Guys. It's very important, and hopefully things change down the road. You know what I mean? With all these suicides, taking place, with just depression taking over the youth. With anxiety, just wrapping these kids up. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
And they're young, they're babies, they're 7-year-olds, they're 6-year-olds, they're 8-year-olds. At that age, I was not thinking about that. I was, obviously we all have, different lives, but, I don't recall, when I was around that age group, I don't recall back in the days, hearing so much of it, suicide, this and that, channel to action is, somebody committed suicide, 7-year-old,
Right.
Or, 8-year-old girl, this and that, I would not hear much of it in the news, and I glorify the Lord, but now, unfortunately, I keep hearing it, I constantly hear it, Today, for example, on my job, this lady came in and she had an appointment with the cancer, and she was on the phone because they kept calling her from her kids' school, and she's like, she's like, girl, like the nurse from my son's school keeps calling me to go pick him up, and I'm like, oh, what's wrong with him? And she's like, he has anxiety. hey, God bless you, good morning. And leave it at that. Maybe that God bless you, good morning could change that kid's,
Yep.
entire day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and actually, I want to say this. There's a lot of bullying happening in schools,
Yeah.
and I believe that maybe we have a prayer that maybe can help a lot of that, because a lot of kids go to school with a lot of anger. That's what's happening at their house.
Yeah.
Some they getting abused by their parents,
Yeah.
so they want to take their anger out on another student.
Yeah.
So I believe there was prayer in the school, and these kids knew that there's a guy, I believe that we can prevent all these. The other day, there's this girl that come to church and was telling me that she was getting not bullied, but in a lot of occasions with another student.
Yep.
That the other student would saying things to her and me moaning her, and I told her don't worry about it, don't even think about fighting her, because you don't know what she's going through. You just whenever she says something to you, just say, hey, God bless you,
Yeah.
and God loves you. Because sometimes we need to hear that somebody loves us.
Right.
Amen.
And that can change our days. It can change a lot of things. So I told her don't even think about fighting her. Just let her be. Just tell her whenever she does something to you, or in the morning where you see it, even in the hallway, just tell her God loves you.
Right.
Or God bless you or something like that. Because you never know what that person is going through. Because what is you fighting her, and she's getting beat up at her house? So that makes things worse.
Yeah.
So I believe that at least telling somebody that they're loved by God, that can help them a lot.
Amen. Yeah, I really appreciate what you guys are doing. You guys are definitely, reaching out to the community and getting people's opinions, and I think that's the best thing that you guys, could have done. You know what I mean? Because people truly need to speak out.
Exactly.
They need to speak up, and spread the word, spread the news,
Exactly.
And especially reach out to the youth, Youth, it's just really important for youth to see this, to obviously spread the word as well at school, kind of on the low, because I know that I don't want them to get in trouble,
right.
But
we need it.
At recess, not kidding. But yeah, I just glorify the Lord. This is something extremely beautiful, extremely powerful. It may be, just through a screen, and you guys might just be starting right now. But I truly believe, and I pray in Jesus' name that you guys grow tremendously, and you guys' videos start touching other people's lives, And yeah, I leave it at that, and I will stay in tune. I cannot wait to see what you guys' next episode will be about. But I will definitely spread the word, and maybe one day I can go pay you guys a visit at your church. If you guys could incorporate the address and the name once again, and I will definitely.
You know what? That's a good idea. You know what? I'm gonna add that to the live right now. So I'm gonna pin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Yellie's advice and I'm gonna pin the address to our church, to our IG live. So that would definitely be on there. Yellie, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you for everything and all your words of wisdom that you gave us today. I believe we had another caller trying to come in. So what we're gonna do, Yellie, we're gonna call that other caller that was trying to chime in, and may God bless you.
Amen. Thank you guys. God bless you guys.
Thank you.
Okay?
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's see.
And you'll add the address. You know what it is? 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Let me see, man.
Let me see. So somebody else was calling too, though. I thought somebody else was calling. Nobody was.
No, nobody was calling.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It's fine. That's fine.
Ringing, right?
So we still live. The lines are still open. So we just
have
had
a lot of time.
we just had we do have a lot of time. So we just had two callers call up, and they gave us some words of wisdom.
When I say we have a fan on Canada, man. We have a fan on Canada. Last time,
Let me see.
the journey. Yeah, go ahead, man. I forgot mine. Got it. So yeah, man. Last time she she tested last time, but I wasn't able to see it. I just saw the message like a while ago.
How many?
Okay, so she was talking about last week, last episode topic.
So yeah, go ahead. You can read it out loud.
So she said, okay, these are her words. I think people don't go to church because of past experience they have had, and maybe are afraid that they're going to experience that again, and they're afraid of getting hurt again. What do you think about that, man?
So, past experiences. So, I mean, that's like I said, that could be a lot of things.
Yeah, and like one of the callers said, there was a gay couple over here.
Yeah.
And somebody was saying stuff,
Yeah.
in the back, and that probably, and like she said, like probably that prevented them from them go to church because they want to go through that again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that a lot of times those people like give Christians a bad image. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Those people that like be like talking smack and whatnot, they give a bad image about to Christians. That's what I think.
So yeah, so to answer, I think I kind of answered this last episode, but I'll reiterate what I said was basically is that I understand you do get bad experiences at church, and I want to say I think all of us do. When we're not led by Christ to go to a church, when we go to a church just because of the invite, or if we go because our parents taking us there, or if we going just to say we go when we don't really have a purpose behind it, and we haven't asked God or Christ, we haven't asked Him to lead us to a church,
right?
And give me a purpose while I'm there, instead of just me being just a seat sitter and filling up the seats, where I actually am a worshiper, or I actually do want to be a pastor one day. I do want to be, on the instruments one day. I want to lead a men's breakfast, or I want to lead something, at the church. I want to be used at church. So I think once you have a purpose, and once you have your calling of a church that God leads you to go to, I feel like there won't be no bad experience out of it. And I would say, even if you do have a bad experience, like I told you, salvation is individual. So just because of that bad experience, because I told you we have bad experiences every single day we wake up, we have a bad experience. Go to work, you have a bad experience at work. Just because you had that bad experience that one day don't mean that you're not going to go back and not have a glorious experience that next time. So don't let this bad experiences, because you're going to have a bad experience as far as with boyfriend and girlfriends. I had a bad experience with the mother of my child, or if I had a bad experience with my ex-girlfriend, or I had a bad experience with a marriage I was in. You still continue to be led and try to find somebody else, what I'm saying, that's going to help you with that.
With that, would you say but that's people that probably, I don't know, but I would say that's sometimes is happening to people that don't know God. They don't know God. The salvation is individual.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So some people that doesn't know that, they sometimes take that bad experience to heart, and think the worst out of it. You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense to you?
Somewhat. I feel like if you don't know Christ or you do know Christ, the thing about it is that you seeked that first time, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter if you knew Christ or you didn't know Christ, you still seeked to either know Him or get to know Him even more than what you already knew. So the thing about it is that you stopped from trying to seek Him because of someone else. Yeah. And the thing about it is that could be the devil holding you back, because you're trying to seek, you're trying to get more of Him, and He's trying to get more of you. Yeah. But the thing about it is that you let a path, or you let a mountain, or you let a chain come around you and stop you from doing it.
No. We a lot of times say that don't let a man stop you from seeking God.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You go to church because of God, not because of man.
Yeah.
Because devil can use anybody.
Yep.
And by you're really seeking God, like you say, there's no way for you to stop going.
Mm-hmm.
There's no excuse. You're really seeking God. There's no excuse.
Right.
What you say is right, man.
It's like I said, you can take it any way you want to, any way they can look at it, as opposed to work, relationship, automobiles. If you said I had a bad car one time, then you go out and get another car, and that car is held out for the whole time you've been living so far. however you want to look at it, you can always take it some kind of way as a bad thing and you turn it into a good thing. And like I said, you can't sit here and hold that back from something else when you out here doing everything else as well too. So like I told you, we go through things every day. A challenge is done every single day. It's always going to be a challenge. The devil's always going to try to tempt you. He's always trying to create something to where you can fall into that pit hole again, to where say, you ain't gonna be able to get out of this one. But then all of a sudden you still climb out of it. You still continue striving to see that glory that you want to receive, or or whatever promise that you want to get.
The thing is when you climbing that ladder, when you fall into that hole and you climbing that ladder back up, the devil's gonna attack you like harder every time. Every time he's gonna attack you harder.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter how hard he attacks you, you don't stop. You don't say like, oh, I don't wanna keep getting attacked. So I'm gonna stop.
Right.
Because if you think like seeking God is gonna stop the devil from attacking you, that's not true.
Exactly.
Once you start believing God, the devil never gonna stop. He never gonna stop.
Exactly.
So what's I would say better like keep fighting, keep climbing to the top and see my blessing instead of just stopping and falling and staying in that hole. That's what I think.
I would say this, because human beings, what we're attracted to is knowing.
Yep.
We're attracted to knowing, where we're gonna go. What am I gonna get when I go there?
Yeah.
How much will I receive when I get there? We're all about knowing.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is that if someone told you today, I'm speaking generally to the whole population, to live today, to everybody out here that's following the podcast, is that if there was a knowing, right, that God is going to bless you with $1 million, right, and all you have to do is just come to church and continue seeking Him. You're going to keep going, no matter how many bad experiences you have, no matter how many bad experiences you have, if you whatever they say about you at the church, whatever they do about you, you still gonna continue seeking it because of the knowing that I'm gonna get something out of it at the end of it. But the thing about it is that it's that same way. Thing about it is if you ask, you shall receive. The one that doesn't receive has the wrong motive.
Yeah.
As far as what they're trying to receive. So what they have to do is they have to consistently keep praying, continuously praying or whatever. And all of a sudden, that motive that you have is going to actually break and God is going to actually glorify you. But the thing about it is that a lot of us are so trapped in saying, you know what, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen at church. I don't know what I'm going to receive. I don't know what to ask for. I don't know when I'm going to get it. But the thing about it, if you knew, you're going to know, you're going to get something, because the thing about it is that pastor may come to you or a prophet may come to you, anybody, usher, anybody of the church may come to you, because God can use anyone to come to you and say, you know what, you're going to get something on this day. So just like this podcast, whole year
What is today, man? What is today?
Today is January the 31st.
What we supposed to do on the? No, today the 30th.
No, today's the 31st.
The 31st?
Today is the 31st.
31st, yeah, you're right. What we supposed to do on the 31st?
We're supposed to start the show today.
We're supposed to start the show today. This was supposed to be the first episode.
Yep. But we started it
Monday,
yeah. So
yeah.
we started on the 29th. So the 29th was the birth of the Glorious Podcast. And then now, like I said, we're on our second episode today.
We have to say that day, man, because next year we're going to throw a party. We're trying to party next year, man.
We can do it. We can do that. That's fine. We can move forward and do that.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, is that
ahead,
it's all about. Well, I'm through with it. To be honest with you, is that we all about knowing. So for the lady that commented, God bless you. First of all, I definitely mean that from the bottom of my heart, because I really want God to bless you, and I really want you to continue seeking church. And our church address is on our IG Live. So if you want to definitely check out our church, it's real. We do everything with love. You don't have to worry about anyone, giving you a bad experience while you're here. We're only here for one purpose, and that's to serve Christ.
Yeah, whatever you do for God, you have to do it with your heart.
You have to do it with your heart.
You have to put love in it, because whatever you do for God, it has to be right.
So for the lady there, even though you had a bad experience, do not let that hold you from your victory. Don't let that make you lose your salvation. Because like I said, it's individual. you know, that person has to answer to that God for what they did to you. You know, but it's on you to continue striving. You have to get back up and continue walking again. So continue walking that path towards the light, and don't sit in the darkness. You know, because like I said, sitting at home is not doing anything for you as far as for you know, you getting more knowledge, more wisdom, getting more worship, getting more praise. You know, as opposed to going to church and witnessing that. And that's why we talked about that the first episode. First episode, we talked about why people don't come to church, and I think we definitely, shared our opinions on that. And hopefully, you know, the people grasp that. If they, you know, if anybody still, you know, if the lady wants to comment or anybody else that wants to comment about church, please feel free. Like she DM'd our podcast. She sent her DM, she sent her comments, and you know, we definitely appreciate it. We definitely appreciate the support on everybody that comments, you know, and that's what we're here for. We're here to share the word, spread the love as well too.
Yeah,
you
definitely,
know, so
man.
Jose, what you got, man?
So right now we waiting for more calls, man.
Okay.
I know there's people.
So who we got? Who we got on there? Who we got on there?
Who's on IG, man? Who's watching us on IG?
Is that Jilly, Jason, and Luis?
Luis, my brother, give us a call, man. Come on.
Yeah. So whoever's on IG
Luis,
Live now, please
you be liking my memes, Luis.
call that number. Please share your word. You know, we're trying to get as many calls today as possible. You know, the show's running a little longer today. We actually wanted to, you know, keep it going, so we're trying to take as many calls as we can as possible, you know, to attack. And the topic is pretty much is why did they take Christ out of the schools? Why did they take prayer? Because when I was going to school, back in grade school, we actually used to pray in homeroom, and they actually took that out. And actually, they just stopped talking about Christ all, you know, just all in one. You know, taking any biblical scriptures that they were talking about in the schools, they took it out. You know, so we just trying to, you know, we want to share the, our thoughts as far as for why they took Christ out of the schools. So please call up here and share your opinion, share your comment, whatever you have. Please share it.
Yeah, please give us a call. We need more callers. Come on. So, yeah, man. How was work yesterday?
So work, man. It was actually good, man. You know, I worked yesterday at Delta, and you know, it was pretty calm yesterday. I actually got home, and when I got home, because I worked from 9 to 6, 9 p.m. to 6 in the morning. And when I got home, I had to take my wife to a meeting at 7.
Okay.
Well, she had to be there at 7:30, but we got there a little earlier because I was already at home, so she wanted to go ahead and go. I took her there, and what I wanted to do is that I had a meeting at 10. I had to meet a guy at 10 for my primary job. And what I did was that I was like, I'm going to just go ahead and shower now. So when I got home, I showered and went on ahead and ate some breakfast. When I ate, I was just like, you know what? At that time, it was like 8:30.
Okay.
And I knew I had to, you know, get on the road around like 9:15. So what I did was I set my clock for 9:15. So from 8:30 to 9:15 was my sleep, pretty much, for today.
What was it, 1 hour?
That wasn't even an hour.
Man, I don't know how you do it,
It wasn't even
man.
an hour. That was like 45 minutes. So 8:30 to 9:15, I slept. I got up, put my clothes on, and brushed my teeth and everything, and I was out the door to go meet that client. I met that client. By the time I finished with him, I had to go to training back to Delta. So I ended up driving back to there from 1, and that's when I was texting you. And pretty much from there, went home, changed clothes, and came back up here. So that was pretty much my day today, man. Was just work, traveling, just going back and forth, you know, in and out.
I don't know how you do it. That's too much.
He gives me the strength, man. He gives me the strength. He gives me the strength to do it. My wife was even saying the same thing. She was just like, I don't know how you standing, because she didn't get rest last night either. So,
Yeah,
but
it sucks, man. But
we here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So what are you training, man? What are you doing?
They did the same training that we had last time, you know, from the first time. Yeah, they said they have to do the same training quarterly to refresh, because they get new people, or, you know, some people kind of get out of whack with, as far as with the training, do their own things. They'll say, we're going to come back and refresh. And it's something they say they have to do. So.
I thought you're waiting something for a new position.
No, it's the same thing, man. So, yeah, I was pretty much falling asleep in that, but it is what it is, man. Glory to God, man. You know, He blessed me with with these jobs and opportunities. You know, I feel like it's definitely not the end. You know, I feel like it's only the beginning. And from what I've been seeing lately, you know, things have been just coming at me. You know, and it's almost kind of like, you pick what you want to do, and before I pick, like I told you, I always want to ask Christ, hey, which one you want me to go through? What door you want me to choose? What door is for me? And what door is, going to be a temptation,
Right.
So let me know what door is yours, and let me, I want to open it and go straight through it, so, because a lot of times we get deceived, we think that, just because this opportunity is on the table for us, that we're supposed to take it. And I always say we always need guidance. We always need guidance, and always want to share as far as where we need to go.
Right.
So.
Okay, man.
All right.
So you watched that Trump's
No.
State of the Union?
No.
You didn't get to watch it?
No.
Me neither, man. I got home like around 10 something. I think it was done. I don't know if it was done. I don't know.
We say, what's up, homies?
Luis, give us a call, man. Come on. We cannot read the messages on IG. Give us a call, man.
Give us a call, Luis.
Yeah, I know Luis, man. I know Luis. He's a nice guy. He goes to, what's the name of Bienvenido's son? Bienvenido?
Mm-hmm.
The pastor, his son?
I don't know his son, though.
Yeah, he's the youth leader for their church.
I don't know his name.
And what was his name? No, Bienvenidos, el hijo de Bienvenido. And when?
He said, nah, bro.
Oh, that's a different.
He goes to the other church.
But is it Bienvenido's son?
No.
No? I'm confused now.
Yeah, you got the other Luis.
Yeah, because it's a lady that's the youth leader with another group of people, I believe. And then Reuel is from a different church.
What's his name?
Reuel.
Reuel. Luis, who's your leader, Luis? Come on. Give us a call, man.
Oh, he go to the church, Abridores del Camino.
Abridores del Camino?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know
nothing about that. Yeah. I'm just waiting. Luis, please call.
He's shy, man. He's shy.
Nah, he's not shy, man.
I don't have his phone number. No, I will call him. But yeah, man, I didn't get to watch the State of the Union speech. What do you think about President, man? Come on, give me something.
I don't think nothing of him.
No.
Yeah, I don't think of him.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of people. You know what I mean? I made fun of the guy. I will be honest. I made fun of him. Because he's always like acting like a kid. He's always acting like a kid. I feel like you're gonna be sitting on the White House.
What'd he say?
No, he said Inidio. He said the John Pastor.
Oh, Inidio? Oh, okay. No, I thought it was
Tell him Luis, please call Jose's, call the number that's on IG Live.
Come on,
we pinned the number on IG Live. Just call that 404 number.
You know what?
On there.
We ain't gonna end this program until Luis calls. Come on, Luis. Give us a call, Luis. Come on. Yeah, really nice guy, man. But yeah, man, he's Oh, there you go. Oh no, he's somebody else.
Okay, so we got somebody else calling.
Luis didn't call. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, who's this?
It's Diani.
Hey, Diani, how you doing?
Hi.
Where you calling from, Deani?
Church? Marietta, Georgia.
Marietta?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know the topic for today? you don't know the topic. So the topic today is why do they take Christ out of the school system? So what is your opinion on why they took Christ out of the school systems? Are you still in school as of right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so do they talk about Christ at your school?
Not necessarily, but they only do like the pledge with the flag.
Yeah, but
Okay, so they still had a pledge. Okay.
But what was only what was on the pledge like? I don't know. I don't even know.
So
the pledge.
Deanna, so why do you think they took Christ out of the schools? Because you know they used to talk about Christ, they used to teach about Christ in schools, and now they took it out. So why do you think they took it out?
Right, I feel like there has been so many people that come against it because of the diversity that's now in America, like different religions and different cultures that have came, and they have like positions in power, I guess, and they decided to take it out of schools for those kids that don't believe in that certain type of God.
Okay.
So you saying basically it's powers of other religions
Different religions.
to where they basically took it out.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah, like we've been saying the whole episode, you know, there's a lot of religions that can get offended if they just teach one.
Right.
So that's I can agree with that too, man. That's right. Yeah.
So D, what grade are you in now?
I'm in 10th grade.
You're in the 10th grade. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, D. Well, I appreciate your comment. I think we have another caller that's trying to come in, so we want to tell you God bless and thank you for your support.
God bless you guys.
God bless you too.
Bye.
Bye. This one is being like it's like ring, but it doesn't ring.
Luis say what it's about.
So Luis, it's about. So the topic today is why have the school systems took out Christ? So I remember back in the day, I know when I was going to school myself, is that we used to pray in homeroom before school started, and now they've taken it out. So I'm not sure if they talked about Christ, when you were going to school or not. But we just want to hear your thoughts on why they took out Christ out of the school system.
What do you think about it, Luis? Come on.
So just call the number, Luis, and just share your opinion.
I said the number is on IG.
Yeah, the number is pinned on IG. Just call that 404 number, Luis.
Yeah, come on, man. You pinned the address, right, for the church?
And our cameraman did.
Yeah, I put yeah. So they have.
You put the church address?
Yep.
Okay.
It's 2160.
I don't know, man.
60.
To be honest, I don't know the address.
Yeah, that is that one.
I just know where it is. That's all I know. But yeah, we have a call.
Okay,
we have
so
a
we
call.
got another caller.
Okay, one more call. All right. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Who are we speaking to?
Sorry?
Who are we speaking to? Who's this?
Carol?
Carol. Okay.
Carol, where you calling from?
Marietta?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got Marietta a lot today. I think everybody came from Marietta today.
We got famous local, man.
Yeah, we famously low.
That's awesome. You gotta start somewhere, man.
So Carol, do you know the topic for today?
No, I do not.
Okay, so basically what we're talking about today is why did they take Christ out of the school system? So, do you go to school right now?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us more of like as far as your experience, as far as you can talk about grade school or whatever school you go to as of now, and just tell us if they have talked about Christ while you were growing up, and you can also share your opinion as far as why do you think they took Christ out of the school system?
Well, I'm in college right now, and the college that I go to is a Christian school,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't always pray, and we don't usually have services, I guess, because in college they believe that your like reinforce Christianity and religion and all that stuff on top of us. So they allowed us to read the Bible, they allowed us to pray and have religion classes. But I feel like in school that's because of all these other religions.
Oh, we got another call.
So I believe that they don't want us to feel like any other religion is being disrespected, even though it's unjust because other religions are having the opportunity to do what they need, and Christians have to have a boundary on what they believe on.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha. So you went to a Christian school to where they allowed you guys to actually read the Bible, pray, and do everything.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well,
That's good stuff. So yeah, so you're the
Christian
first.
school now.
So you're the first one that called and actually spoke about, you actually being able to preach, or not necessarily preach, but actually pray and read your Bible in the school. So we definitely appreciate that. So it sounds like you have to go to a Christian school to be able to do that.
Yeah, because public school they don't do it, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I feel like in public school they don't want to violate anybody of the other beliefs or anything like that.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, that's true, man.
Carol, what do you go to college at?
Ryan University.
Okay. Is this your first year or second year?
I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman there. Gotcha.
Alright.
Okay. All right. Well, Kara, God bless you. I hope you prosper in school. I hope you prosper in life as well too. Definitely, man. Definitely. God bless you. Thank you for calling and thank you for supporting as well too.
Amen. God bless you guys.
Hey, man. Thank you, Carol.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Call Luis. He tried to call you.
I don't think was that Luis?
Luis, we're calling you back, man. You ain't escaping, man. We're calling you back.
Yo.
Luis, how you doing, my man?
Hey, what's good, bro? Yo, hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
How you doing,
Can you
man?
hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Not much. Just wanna hear your opinion about the topic, man.
Yeah.
So the topic today is what do you think about that they took a church or Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Or Christianity out of the school system.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, I got a lot to say.
Say it, man.
Well, how can I explain this? Okay. There was, this lady, right? Well, supposedly that she created this law, I guess, called the freedom of speech, but I'm not sure about the whole topic, like, the whole details.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But this happened around the 1960s. So that's when they were trying to, make that as a, how do you say, freedom of religion. Am I correct or am I wrong?
I think you're right. Freedom of religion. Yeah, I think you're right, right?
Yeah, so what had happened is they called it a turning point, which just didn't want to do that anymore. Like, that period was mandatory. But this lady, I think it was a lady that did it. So what had happened was that they made this a law to, establish it as a freedom of religion. So nobody has to do, have to do the prayer or anything like that. So this was like the turning point in the 1960s. So it was when, the Beatles were coming out, when all of these, different artists were doing, the weed, the marijuana, all of that.
Yeah.
So that's why, they don't have those anymore. They don't pray anymore. They don't read the Bible. They don't, the only thing they do is the Pledge of Allegiance, and that's it.
Got you. Okay.
All right.
So Luis, you go to school right now? Are you in high school right now?
Right now, no, I graduated.
You graduated already.
Okay.
So while you were in school, they still did the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah, in the mornings.
So let me ask you this then. Because that's an interesting topic as well. So the Pledge of Allegiance represents, what does the Pledge of Allegiance represent to you? What does that represent?
It represents freedom.
Represents freedom.
All right.
And who you do? What are you doing the Pledge of Allegiance for, though?
God. Am I right?
Well, what is it? So I'm pretty sure. So what I'm getting at is that usually when I did the Pledge of Allegiance, there was a flag in the room, and we were pledging to the flag.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so now take that. So take that now. This is an American flag, right? So now take this. Now in Georgia, we have a lot of cultures, we have a lot of nationalities and ethnicity backgrounds, right? So now if you're from Mexico, you're from Guatemala, you're from Venezuela, you're from Africa, you're from wherever, besides the United States, but you're here and you're pledging to this flag, this American flag. How do you feel about pledging to the American flag as opposed to all these different religions, but you can't necessarily pray to none of the religions in school?
That's like a very difficult question. Oh, man.
You get what I'm saying? Is that there's one flag, right? But you're pledging. You know. They tell you to put your right hand over your heart, put your left hand up, and you pray to this flag, and everybody says the same prayer or pledge. But the thing about it is that they take Christ out, and of course there's different religions, but we can't pray to just one person, the Creator that created it all. We can't pray to God. We can't do that. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like it's kind of hypocritical, and you kind of discriminate as well too, as opposed to pledging to a flag that that doesn't necessarily represent anything. I don't know a flag of saving anybody's life. I don't know a flag of doing any type of miracles as far as what our God can do. So I just say that to say this is that, man, the school system to me is a little backwards. You still there, Louise?
Yeah, it's a little bit, twisted. It's ain't twisted, messed up.
Gotcha, Louise. I got you. So basically what you're saying, the sum of what you're saying is that basically there's laws set in place to why, they don't preach about, or they don't let us, or let the school system have Christ in there as far as you praying and reading your Bibles in school. Is there that there's laws that they set in place back in the 60s? Gotcha.
I'm not sure. Because Trump, supposedly he is the one who's put everything in order. Now,
Yeah.
like him as president, I can understand. I can agree on some things, and I cannot agree on all things about him. Correct?
Correct.
Right.
Your phone going in and out, Louise.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay, we hear you now.
Oh, yeah. Oh. There's a lot of things that I don't agree about him, and there's things that I do agree about him.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, how can I explain this? Like, it's in my mind, but I'm trying to explain it.
Right.
Like this man is trying to bring, back, the times that we used to, pray. He's trying to bring a law to protect the pastors and stuff. And a lot of congressmen don't want that. For example, they were trying to bring supposedly that I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, that pastors should marry homosexuals. Correct? They were trying to pass a law. I guess Donald Trump was trying to protect the pastors from saying no, whereas now Obama was, but it was either those two.
Yeah,
I'm saying that this, situation with the Congress and, with the school systems is pretty messed up.
Yeah.
So the only faith I got is that Christ is going to, he's going to rejoice. I mean, renew all things. So the only faith I got is that Christ is, my Savior. I got to pray,
Amen,
Okay.
Louise. Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, can't do nothing about it. I got to put my trust in him.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right, Louise.
Nothing else you can do, man.
But hey, Louise, we want to say thank you, man. We want to thank you for calling in today.
Definitely, man.
Thank you
for calling.
God bless you. Thank you for your support, man. Continue. Hey, if you're not yet, follow our podcast on IG. Follow,
and YouTube,
the glorious podcast on ATL.
Yeah, man. I've been following you.
Okay.
Since day one.
Since day one. All right.
That's good, man. That's good.
You gotta.
I really appreciate it, man.
See you later.
See you later. And like, he's saying that everybody's trying to pass a law that wanna make a pastor marry gay couples. You know? I'm okay with the court marrying gay couples. I'm okay with that. I have nothing against that.
Mm-hmm.
No, because they get married by the laws of men.
Mm-hmm.
They get married by the laws of men.
Mm-hmm.
But making a pastor who sees that as a sin because go against the laws of God, that just don't, man.
Say that again.
I'm okay with the court marrying gay couples. I'm okay with that.
You okay with it?
Yeah, because
Okay.
they get married under the laws of men.
Okay.
But making a pastor marry gay couples, they're just stupid. Sorry for the word, but they're just stupid.
Okay.
Because you're making a person who believes in God and sees that as a sin, making him do something that is how can I say it? Like it's wrong, basically wrong in front of it's wrong for him, So you know what I'm saying? Don't make that face, man. Don't think like you don't know what I'm saying, man. Don't make that face. Man. Come on now.
It's not about me making a face. I didn't make a face. I would say I would have to disagree. I'm saying I disagree as far as gay couples being married, because like I said, that's not of the Bible.
Yeah, right.
So I'm not. I mean, that's what you know what I'm saying. You believe in it, and like I said, I'm not sitting here trying to I'm just saying I don't believe in it.
Right.
I don't believe in that. I'm more like I said. If a pastor's not going to do it, a gay person shouldn't do it. Whoever shouldn't do it, because it's not in no way in the Bible where you should have two men come together in holy matrimony. No.
Yeah, but yeah, I know what you're saying, but the thing is that they're doing it under the laws of man. Not everybody is. Unfortunately, not everybody's Christian. Nobody believes in God.
Yeah.
So we don't know under what circumstances they wrote these laws, because there was when Obama was still president, right? There was this lady, a judge, who in her contract says that you have to marry gay couples, right? And she opposed to that.
You know what? Because I feel like we're gonna go a little bit deep into this.
Next topic, come on.
There you go.
We're
gonna bring this to the next topic. So
all
next topic is gonna be about homosexuals or gay people come together in marriage, and that's gonna be the topic we're gonna get. I think that's gonna be a great response to the audience. So anybody that's tuning into IG now, that's our next topic. It's gonna be about gay marriages or homosexuals or whatever. That's what we're gonna talk about next topic, next show. That's what we're gonna bring it in, because right now we're gonna go all the way there with it. So I
almost an hour and 40 minutes,
almost.
So you man, we feel comfortable.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
So Jose, man, I feel like today, man, was a great episode. I feel like it was a great show.
It was a glorious show, man.
It was a glorious show.
A glorious episode.
A glorious episode.
Don't forget, man. It's always glorious.
Always glorious.
Always glorious.
So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and sign this out. So again, my name is Cornelius. I'm a co-host of the Glorious Podcast. We're wrapping up our second episode. Just look out for it on IG. Look out for it on YouTube. We're gonna be soon on we're gonna be on Apple,
iTunes.
Yeah. We're gonna be on iTunes. Just expect more for us. We're gonna end up having episode 3 here soon. So look out for that. Please, follow our podcast on IG. Follow it on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. It's up.
Follow our page on Facebook. And on Facebook, our page is The Glorious. You type The Glorious and it's going to send you The Glorious Podcast. Type on that one and, click on The Glorious Podcast ATL and just give us a like on Facebook.
There you go.
My name is Jose.
Subscribe,
here. I'm your host. Alongside my brother Cornelius and support us, man. Thank you for the support. Keep liking the pages, Keep following us.
Amen.
When I bring more things, more new things, and
help us spread the word.
Yeah, like I said, we're trying to reach people who don't know, who still don't know about God, you know. But yeah, man. Want to say something before we go?
That's it, man. You know, we signing out. Thank you for everybody that's supporting, everybody that's followed us on IG, everybody that came to our live today. Thank you. We want more people. Please, you know, spread the word about the Glorious Podcast. We want more people to join us. We want more people to call up here. And
Thank you for the callers, though.
that's it, man. Thank you for the support again. Thank you.
Yeah.
We can't thank you guys enough. You know, so really thank you guys. Jose, sign us out, man. You know.
I will see you everyone when Monday.
See you Monday. You know,
Yeah.
we'll
Monday
be here
we're gonna
Monday.
be back.
Back again on IG Live.
So see you later.
All right.